Howdy folks, how y'all doing today? You are on the air with VA3EWV on the drive after 5. That's a lot after 5 today. They had the whole downtown corridor blocked off, the cops did. I don't know what was going on around there, so I had to do some, roundabout reroutes and stuff. Had to change routes to get out of downtown. So I'll listen for the news tonight to see what happened down there, but the main street that I take every day to come home, that was totally blocked off. Like, not for traffic coming toward where I work, but definitely traffic going away from work. So we'll see how that goes. Hope you guys are having a good afternoon. It's been a great day today. I think today is Wednesday, hopefully. This week I'm working on Friday because I took Monday off. I was unloading a U-Haul all day Monday by myself. Had absolutely no help, but I got through it. Took my time, made sure I didn't injure myself or anything like that, and then that was that. So next week though, for those of you that watch the Facebook all the time, next week I'm going to be doing all my lives from YouTube, because I have to do a lot of work on Facebook. Facebook doesn't keep this stuff forever. Most of it's only 30 days. So you have to download it to your computer, if it works, then upload it to YouTube. We'll get started here and see who's on the air. Today I'm going to be doing VE2CRA, and we're going to tackle VE2CRA and then see if Jonathan's out there on the national calling frequency. So here we go. Let's see who's out there on VE2CRA. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3EWV mobile. Anyone on frequency, over? Absolutely heard nothing. Come back on that. Oh, because I'm on the Quebec repeater. I don't know how that happened. Let's get it together. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3EWV mobile. Anybody on frequency, over? Give a couple of checks out there, see what's going on. Then we'll move around the different repeaters if we have to. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3EWV mobile. Anybody on frequency, over? Okay, we're going to try the national calling frequency and see what's happening over there. I have everything programmed in, so you don't have to take your eyes off the road. I know where every button is and stuff like that, so I can just, in my radio, you can't see it, but I can just put my hand right on the radio, and there's the button at the top right. I'll just press that button, it brings me, it just switches over the VFO to the other one. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3EWV mobile. Anybody on frequency, over?
The VE3EWV Victor Echo 3 Oscar Tango Whiskey.
There we go. Victor Echo 3 Oscar Tango Whiskey. Jonathan, this is Ernest, VA3EWV mobile. How you doing this afternoon or this evening?
Well, very good, very good. Thank you for asking. It's been a very lovely day today, and just got back from the mobile picking up some things, and I heard you call on the air, and thought I would get back to you, but hopefully you're enjoying today as well.
Oh yeah, it was a pretty relaxed day. A pretty relaxed day at work as well. Steady but not too fast. I guess most of the people there have their kids at home for spring break, or March break as they call it here. I don't know. I don't know too many people that I personally know that have hit the road for March break or talked about any plans or anything like that. I guess most of the people I hang out with now, most of them, especially in the radio world, they're all retired. You know, it's only my kids that even have kids, so that are in school. What about you guys? Any plans for March break or anything like that? Did you guys ever do anything?
Nothing here specifically. I'll have to take a look at the forecast and see how the weather's cooperating. HF conditions haven't really been the best lately, or else I would be out making those contacts. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. But yes, you're right. It's spring break, March break, and the kids are out and they're up to some activities, I guess. But nothing really planned here. Just the regular HF stuff, VHF, and so forth. Other than that, not too much. How about yourself, or is any plans for spring break?
Well, I don't know how long spring break is. If it's just a week, I'm actually, working all the rest of the week. I took Monday off to unload the stuff that we got from down Sudbury way. And I'm usually off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I've decided to work this Friday because I was off Monday, so that works out. I don't have to miss out on any pay. And I was asked about a month ago to work the Saturday. And I forgot all about that. So no 3-day weekend. I'll be working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and only having Sunday off. So I was a little bit bummed about that, gotta be honest with you. I was like, oh man. But I'll be where they need me, and I will take that Friday instead of missing out a whole day of pay, since I work 10-hour shifts there. I currently don't have paid time off yet. I haven't been there long enough, but once I get some time in, that'll be great. But no plans for spring break. I'll be working every day, and then going home and trying to sort stuff that I got in the house and put it away so I don't have a house full of boxes over.
Okay, very good. Well, yeah, I guess, as long as you get to spend some time outdoors, it's supposed to be quite nice this week, I believe. So hopefully you get to get out there at least once. Any news on the radio? I know you were playing with the HF radio there. Any updates on that? Were you able to pick up any stations on that loaner HF radio?
No, VE3 OTW, VA3 EWV mobile returning. No, Jonathan, I have not even taken out the box since the day I brought it home. Not taking out the box, didn't even open the box yet, That's what happens when I was sitting around jobless for 7 months. I was walking around the yard kicking rocks, literally kicking rocks off my driveway into the field. The moment that I get radios and all this other stuff and antennas being built and this and that, all hell breaks loose. And what I try to do when I get home is spend at least a couple hours with the wife and sit there with her as she watches her TV shows. But around 8 to 9 o'clock every night, I'm going to bed because I have to be up at 5, So not a lot of time for that. I do carve some time out on Monday night because I have my own net I do with the Seaway Valley Amateur Radio Club. Other than that, on Sunday, I try to make sure I go to the Procom net. But no, I'll have to wait till the weekend after to get anything going, probably over.
Okay, very good. Well, yeah, it's one of those things, I guess, when it rains, it pours. It's either you don't have any time, or you have it's money and time, but you either have not enough time, not enough money, or too much time, not enough money. It's either one of the two, right? So, yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, at least you're keeping busy, which is a good thing, and you're getting more involved in the hobby. And I think you told me you're studying for your advance as well too, so that's great news. And yeah, it's good news all around. So yeah, that's fantastic that you're taking initiative in that. Some people, like we mentioned yesterday, they just get their license and they sit on it, but you really went out and beyond in regards to field day and all the stuff that you mentioned. So yeah, that's great. That's great. I'm trying to think out what else you had on the go. I know you're studying for the advanced, and you had the loaner radio, and you had the NFED antenna there. So I guess the next question would be 6 meters. I know I asked this before, maybe I've repeated myself, but did you get a chance to try out 6 meters there on the HF rig?
No, that's a negative. I do not know if this rig that I have for a loaner even has 6 meter on it, but I do have an update for 6 meter though. VE3ARF Rob there, who was actually featured in the Rack magazine last month, or the last publication. He's a really good friend of mine, has taken me under his wing. He was in Rack with a section on 6 meter, by the way, and he got recognized in the Radio Amateurs of Canada book there for his work on 6 meters and for his work on FT8 and FT4. Not only that, when the guy died, Heil, the guy with the sound guy, I actually remember him telling me a story about him being featured in a magazine with a Heil microphone, and he was there like poster boy for about 6 months. So let me see if you still read me before I keep on going. You still got a copy of me there?
VE3 EWP mobile, VE3 OTW. I can still copy you. You can keep going if you wish.
Okay, yeah. So VE3ARF there, I was like, can I bring my magazine, my publication over to your house for an autograph? And he's like, really? You want my autograph? I'm like, well, yeah. I know you personally, and you're featured in a magazine, and you're the Heil guy for like, 6 months. That's pretty good. The thing that really blew me away is none of that was mentioned in our club stuff, and I was really taken back by that. To me, well, I guess I'm so excited about the stuff and everything, so oh my God, like that. So I would have definitely, and we have a newsletter that comes out and stuff like that, and I would have definitely at least mentioned that. If you look at page such and such, you can see our very own blah 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 blah. But anyway, the reason I'm mentioning him is because he's giving me a 6-element beam, and he also gave me 3 sections of tower, so I can put up my own not 6-element beam, excuse me, 6 meter beam. So he's working hard to get me a tower and a beam and all that stuff and rotor set up for when I do start. I'll be able to do 6 meter there. Over. It's tough to it's tough to get set up, but yeah, I guess you're right. Once you get the power set up and everything, you should be good to go. If you get a beam for 6 meters, you'll be golden, especially during the VHF contest when that pops around. That's what everybody gets on 6 meters, and when you get the sporadic heat, when you get the right conditions for 6 meters, everybody's on there. You can work the X Europe, no problem, and you could do that with your current qualifications now, Ernest. You can start working from the X. Digital mode or even sideband. Sideband is quite popular too on 6 meters. So, however you want to do it, but yeah, that's great that you're getting more into it. And Bob Heil, it's SK now, unfortunately. But yes, he was very, very active in the amateur radio world. Kilo Echo India Delta, I believe his call was, and he was very, very active, but it was a big loss for the community, that's for sure. But I think you're right about that tower. Once you get that tower set up, you'll be in business for sure, and especially on the chat. You'll be good, Ernest. Yeah, I don't know if you can still hear me. You're starting to break up a little bit, but I can still copy you fine. But he's already given me the tower. I already have the coaxial cable. He's already given me the beam. I already have all that. I just need to wait till the ground thaws and get it all erected and stuff like that. And that'll be the end of that. By that time, I should have my HF privileges. I know for a fact I will. I'm doing pretty good with my studies. So I think it's going to all fall in together. This is like March. So by probably June, right before field day, because June is in field day, I'll make sure that I have everything up and running by the end of May and put myself a date out there. Over.
Congratulations on the ongoing success on the advanced privileges there. And
starting to lose it.
You get the top. Yep. Yeah, you're all over the place. On and that's you know, 80 meters and so forth, where it helps to have a beam and some extra power behind it. Here, I think it's it really helps to have the height and the power when you start working with that. But yeah, it sounds like everything's going in the right direction, and I guess that's fantastic. You'll get that set up and good to go. And you said that's great. Victor Echo 3, Oscar Tango Whiskey.
Yeah, Victor Echo 3, Oscar Tango Whiskey, VA3 EWB mobile returning. Yeah, I've just passed Calypso Water Park there. That's about where I start to lose you at there, Jonathan. So I'll bid you adieu and say 73 to you if you can still hear me there. And I'm just going to QSY over to VE2CRE. If I hear you over there, that'll be a treat. If I don't, I will catch you hopefully tomorrow. Anyway, Victor Echo 3 Oscar Tango Whiskey, VA3 EWB. We're 7-3 clear. Let's see if he hears me.
Okay, good. Well, I'm attending to dinner here very shortly. It's 6 bells here. Top of the hour, so probably
6 bells.
He was right to the kitchen. Hi. But it was talking to Ernest, and go let's find another contact here on the trip back, and hopefully you get back safe and sound. And I'm sure we'll talk again. But it's always a pleasure, and I'm sure we'll do it shortly. VA3 EWB Mobile. This is Victor Echo 3 Oscar Tango Whiskey 736.
All right, folks, that was Victor Echo 3 Oscar Tango Whiskey Jonathan there in Ottawa. Always a pleasure to speak with him. I'm going to try VE2CRA. If I can't do that, I'm going to hit a couple of other repeaters like Williamstown and stuff. I have a couple of repeaters all programmed in there. We'll see how it goes as we mosey on down the line here on the drive after 5 with On the Air with VA3 EWB. So let's mosey on over to see VE2CRA now, see what's happening. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor VA3 EWB Mobile. Anybody on frequency? Over. I'll give it one more try and then I'll, mosey on. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor Mobile. Anybody on frequency? Okay, nothing heard. Let's see where we're going next. See if I can get into Moose Creek repeater. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor VA3 EWB Mobile. Anybody on frequency? Over. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. VA3 EWB Mobile. Anybody on frequency?
VE3 Oscar Juliet November listening.
VE3 Oscar November Juliet. Did I get that correct? Over.
Oscar Juliet November. Ocean Japan November. It's Mel here.
Okay. Hi there, Mel. I think you said Mel. Good evening to you there. And I will get that call sign there. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Ernest from St. Andrews. I'm just doing the commute from Ottawa to St. Andrews this evening. I was talking on Simplex there on National Calling Frequency, and then got lonely when I lost my partner. I lose him around Calypso every day. So I'm like, let me give the Williams, the Moose Creek repeater, excuse me, some traffic there. Over.
You're making it into the UHF machine, no problem.
Oh yeah, you're coming in full quality now. I guess I turned a little corner there, and you know, it sounded loud and clear, like you're right in the car with me there. So could I have your call sign one more time so I could retain that? Victor?
That's Victor Echo 3 Oscar Juliet November. Ocean Japan November. It's Mel here in Moose Creek. I'm at where the repeaters, both repeaters are at. They're at my place here.
Oh man, that's cool, Mel. When you like the towers are there too, or just the radios? I'm learning a little bit about that in my advanced class. So it's good to meet you. Are you like the net control? I mean, excuse me, the technical director, or I think that's what they call them over.
Yeah, everything's here. The tower's here. The radio equipment's here.
Oh, cool.
All that. I own the repeaters. Yep.
Oh, cool. Oh man, that's nice. I'm glad to meet you there. Our technical director in our club there, Doug, VE3HTR, he's brought me out to the Bonneville site to take a look at that facility, and to the Cornwall Hospital to see that. And to my amazement, when we were taking an advanced class there, I'm enrolled in it now. 2 classes ago, we were talking about the, I just forgot the name of, but I don't want to say canisters because that's not what they're called, but they're called something. You know, the canisters there. I just forgot the name of them.
The cans or the duplexers.
Yeah. So that's cool. So Mel, how long you been in that hobby? Over?
I've been licensed about 41 years, I think.
Oh wow.
Since I was a kid.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. I'm just slightly over a year. I got my license in January 17th last year. So I've been learning everything I could that I can over this past 13, 14 months there. Over.
That's good. Yeah, there's always stuff to learn. It never quits.
So whereabouts do you like? What's like your area? Are you in Cornwall or something, or in Ottawa, or like what part of the area are you in?
Moose Creek, west of Moose Creek, actually, on County Road 15. So, and out in the country here. This is where the repeaters are, and all my station is. I have 15 acres of land here.
Oh wow! Hey, that's pretty cool. That's the reason I'm taking my advance now, is because I love, I fell in love with, because I came up with it, I fell in love with all the digital modes. I can't say all, because I've only talked on DMR, that's all I've talked on. I've also talked on Echo Lincoln All-Star as well as IRLP, but that's because when I got my first radio, that radio had that in it, and I only have my basic, not basic with honors. So I grew up with that stuff, so I really fell in love with the VE3 PGC repeater because I could talk to all my friends back home in Louisiana. When I was traveling through the States, I could talk back here to Cornwall and all that stuff. So when our repeater, or when the hardware to the All-Star node and Echolink node went down, that left me really with a void there, eh? So I'm like, oh, I'll just go get one. And they're like, joke's on you. You have to have an advanced license if you want to run a repeater. Over.
That's the deal. I've had my advanced license since about a year after I first got licensed, so I've had it for quite a while. So these repeaters have been around here. OJE and TYF have been around here about 30 some years or more here in Bush Creek.
Wow, man, that's pretty awesome. Let's see what else I was going to ask. Oh, yeah. So, what capabilities does your two repeaters have? Over.
UHF machine's just basic UHF. The VHF machine has All-Star node on it, but I'm not a fan of digital, to be honest, so we don't run digital on it. It's totally analog. It was set up with nodes, but then ran into some problems with some idiots locally. So I got fed up with that, so pretty much shut it all down. It still runs All-Star node and that, but it's basically just sitting there running, not doing anything.
Oh yeah, and I can understand that. I really appreciate when the hams when they're telling me what they prefer and what they don't prefer and stuff like that. It gives me a little bit of flexibility, so I'll know how to reach them. Because if you're trying to reach someone on something they're not using, that's a lost cause. Anyway, you can see I'm pretty excited about it and stuff like that. I know I've met some people though that don't even like to talk on repeaters. So I don't have an HF rig, unfortunately. I just have my little mobile here and a Baofeng handy talkie. So some of the guys from Cornwall started talking to me on the repeaters. And our repeaters, we have 8, and they used to be mostly quiet except for the station identification. And then when I came along, they started getting a lot more work out there, because that's all I had. So I really appreciate those guys coming down from the lofty heavens to talk to me on the repeaters there. Over.
Yeah, cool. Well, that's good, yeah. So I guess you travel every day Ottawa to St. Andrews for work?
Yeah, when I first got my ham license, I had a pretty good gig there. I was working for CIBC, and I had a work from home job, so that was okay. And then they did some restructuring after they took over the Costco credit card, and then I was out of work for 7 months. And during those 7 months is when I did a lot of that's when I learned a lot about ham radio. I had lots of time, right? And lots of mentors and stuff like that. A lot of the guys you may even know. So I'm really concentrating on trying to know the stuff and not just memorizing it, and I was at VE3 EZB. I forget exactly where he lives, but he lives close to Moose Creek, I think. I think he does.
Exit right.
But I was at his house 2 weekends ago making my first end-fed antenna. He had all the parts and pieces there, and I had to put it all together from top to bottom. It took me a long time to get it, but I got it though.
Keep right.
That's how you learn by doing.
Keep right.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about, like I said, I'm pretty excited about the hobby and stuff like that. And You know, I can't wait to learn more stuff. I was also lent a HF rig there. No microphone, of course. That's how you want it, so you won't key up by accident on your HF stuff. But I haven't opened the box yet. I was very, very busy and had to go down south and take care of some business there, family business. And now I'm back and I'm catching up on work. So I'm hoping to get that up, not this weekend, but next weekend, and have some of the guys come out and just to hang out, right? That's the fun of it. And put the antenna up, get the coax on it, and test everything out, and sit there and start listening to all the HF stuff.
Oh, well, sounds like fun. Should be good. Very good. Okay, well, I gotta carry on here. I was just gonna start figuring out supper, and I heard you come on there, so, and thought we'd give you a shout. Sounded like a second ago you made a turn somewhere, because I heard signal lights, so I'm not sure where you are, but you're still into the repeater, okay, so good to see it being used. Nobody uses this repeater much. I like it better than the VHF machine, but everybody prefers OJE over this one, so it sits here quiet most of the time.
Well, I appreciate your time, Mel. I appreciate meeting you there. I'll sure give it a workout. And just pop in, and at least if nothing else, to give her turn her over there. Well, you have a good rest of your day. I'm on the 138, and I usually don't even talk on the 138, so I'll be saying farewell to you, send it back to you for finals. VE3, OJ, I'll get it one day, but I'll get it. Anyway, Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor Mobile, and we'll say 73 to you. Enjoy your supper.
Oscar, Juliet, Nancy, yep.
Oscar,
Okay, we'll
Juliet,
catch you after them.
OJ.
Yeah, keep your eyes open. 138's a stupid highway. The 3OJN will be clear.
All right, folks, there you have it. Just talked to the guy that owns both repeaters in Moose Creek. That's pretty exciting. The next time I see him, you know what's going to happen, don't you? I'm going to be, hey, can I come see your repeaters and your setup and the da-da-da-da-da-da-da? So that's what's going to happen there. Anyway, I'm going to get off this thing. I'm on the 138, so that was just in time to disconnect with him. It is sunny out, so that's really great. Usually it's dark and gloomy. That's why I was not wanting to talk, but on the 138. But I'm just going to keep it like that and arrive alive. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Drive After 5 with VA3EWV. And have a good day. See you then.